Hi, I'm Mike, District Sales Manager for Keystone Bullet.
Hi, I'm Mike, District Sales Manager for Keystone Bullet.
All right, guys, thanks for being out here. I would like to just kind of tell you a little bit about Bullet, starting off and where we fit into the Keystone lineup. We are the premier ultralight for Keystone, so that's kind of where we fit into the niche. So we are going to go through our top 5 features on the outside, and then we're also going to go through the top 5 features on the inside. So let's go ahead and start with feature number 1 up front.
Hi, I'm Mike. We're going to talk a little bit about one of the key, really cool features that we have on the outside of a Keystone Bullet. One of the critical things with campers is how do we make it easy for them to be able to understand and camp and hit the ground running without spending a whole lot of time. A lot of other travel trailers have a bunch of stuff scattered all the way across the camp, so you're running around trying to set up. We're going to make it really easy for you and convenient. That's why we call it the convenience center. So the first thing we talk about is all the fill points are in one spot. So as you can see here, you've got your freshwater connections, your city water connections, all your winterization, all the fill is in this one particular spot, including your black tank flush. So this, again, it's a one-stop shop. The second thing which is unique that a lot of folks don't understand, and I have fun talking about, is what this little blue cap is for. This is unique that nobody else is doing. It's a pre-wired for a satellite dish on the top. So you don't have to wait any of your service team or sales team having to fish a wire through. Everything is right here. So now you connect to our industry-leading Keystone exclusive Key TV, and what that's going to do is connect right here, so you're going to have a consistent, clean signal with no breaks in it, and it reduces the amount of splitters within the particular travel trailer. And that way you can run both your satellite and your cable TV simultaneously, so not everybody has to be watching SpongeBob at the same time. So the second thing we want to talk about is something that's unique, the way we build a Bullet. Electric stabilizer jacks aren't unique to our industry, but the way we do it is very unique. So we don't want any electricity getting involved with water. So that's why in the inside, our electric stabilizer jack switches are right up in here in the convenience center right here. So this way you don't have the opportunity for water to get after it, dirt, grime, your drunken neighbor messing with your travel trailer, or even a little kid pushing a button. So that's what's really unique about that. The next thing is we talk about rapid winterization in this particular area. You can see you got your on or off winterization switch, and we're going to talk about why we don't have to drain the hot water heater. We'll talk about that in a minute. But everything is right here. There's no climbing under a cabinet anywhere to be able to waste all this time trying to be able to figure out how to winterize the coach. The second thing, which is unique too, and we talked about being easy to camp and being very convenient. We talked about things being scattered across the coach. Because everything is in right here, we've even taken it a step further. We have a switch now that's going to turn on a light under each one of your stabilization jacks, and the very fun part of the job, which is hooking up your sewer connections. There's a light there as too. So when you hit the ground camping and it's at night and you're setting up, it's going to be easy, very easy to be able to do that. And finally, industry leading, everybody else is chasing Keystone Bullet, is our Solar Flex solar package system that we have involved with this. We are now moving to a standard 220 watt panel where we call it the Solar Flex Protect, which includes a 30 amp charge controller. It's prepped for inverter prep already. You've got your PV solar disconnect, which creates an additional safety interruption between the panels and the battery as well. You can then also upgrade to a Discover 440i, and the I is a little trick. Discover has the I in it. That's why we call it 440i, because it means we have an inverter on there as well. So SolarFlex is really what it's all about. Now, let's go back to Mike, and he's going to talk about the next cool thing here on the Bullet.
Thanks, Mike. I'm Mike, and I promise mine's not going to be quite as long as the last one because that one had so much value in it. It does take a little bit longer for us to explain. This is very simple. It's a tankless water heater. The big benefit to this is you're going to have endless hot water all throughout the entire time that you're camping. And one of the other things that's great about this particular feature that we're using with the Girard tankless water heater that some of the other ones do not have is that this one is protected from freezing as long as you have power to the coach. So just keep that in mind. One of the things that you might want to warn your customers about after they've purchased the unit is the fact that even though you have endless hot water with the tankless water heater, you do not have an endless tank. So you're going to have to keep an eye on that gray tank to make sure that you're not filling it up too high. Just a nice little thing that you can do for your customers. Back to you, Mike.
Mike, thanks. Appreciate you tossing it over to me, my friend. We were talking about the endless hot water heater and how the technology in that is really risen, and it's very prevalent in our industry, and Keystone was one of the first to get going on that very early on. So another thing that we do, we talked about some innovation earlier. We've got the biggest piece of innovation when it comes to construction of an RV, and that is the one single thing that the whole foundation is built on, and that's the floor. The floor of an RV is really the foundation what everything is built upon. So Keystone did something very, very unique. We created a thing called the HyperDeck flooring system. And what that's gonna do, it's gonna eliminate the nasty word water from the floor. It doesn't absorb water. It's not gonna create a mold, mildew, any sort of soft spots, warping, twisting, cracking. And that's what the HyperDeck floor is all about. There's no organic material in there. This is it. It's like an Oreo cookie. You've got 3 pieces to it: polypropylene top and bottom cap, as well as your foam block insulation, which creates additional insulation for the floor, but it also has an aluminum structure inside, very similar to what the outside of the wall is gonna do. So again, what this does, this creates the foundation and the strength of the whole RV. Very unique to what Keystone does. Also, while we're here, I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about some cool things we've added to the Bullets this year. We brought slam latches down into the Bullet. That was a premier feature. Now it's in a Bullet. Creates more stability, more heavy-duty hardware. This particular switch and this thing gets used frequently. That's why we upgraded that. Also, come on, let's look underneath here as well. Good sized passageway here for a lot of extra chairs and tables and things like that. But very unique is a pegboard that we have here. So now you can put your camp shovel, you can put your fishing gear, you can put any hoses or any wires up and off the floor, creating more space in the pass-through with a very simple thing here. And lastly, when you get that technical guy that wants to know about the construction and the engineering guy, check this out. Now you can look under the coach and see the aluminum structure under the bed. Most travel trailers, ultralight travel trailers, down at our price point, are using wood underneath that. Definitely much stronger for that particular area as well. So that's kind of what we're talking about here, HyperDeck floor and some cool things at the front. Now, you know what? Let's go to my friend Mike. We'll show it back to him. 2, 1.
Sure appreciate that, Mike. By the way, I'm Mike, and I wanted to tell you now about our number 4 feature, which is the accessory hitch. It's an 1.25 inch accessory hitch. It has 150-pound capacity, so you're not gonna tow anything with it. However, it is great for accessory racks. It's good for bikes, skis, possibly a single kayak holder if it's a lightweight one, grill mounts. There's just a lot of little things that you can get aftermarket and use this part right here to be able to carry it along with you while you go camping and help continue to create memories with your family. Now, back to you, Mike.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate you tossing it over to me. Don't have good hands, but I caught it anyway. Hey, we're gonna talk something next. When we talk about ultralight, we're talking about travel trailers. We're talking about towing, and that's what ultralight's all about, is making it easy for people to be able to tow. Our 5th thing we're talking about here is really important. It all has to do with running gear. So I'm going to toss it to my friend Mike here to tell you the first thing about it, which are the tires. Michael, catch.
Mike, got it. I certainly appreciate it. I do have hands. They're magical. I want to tell you guys about these Goodyear tires. First of all, they're American made. You've got an incredible name that's standing behind them. On top of them, they're N-rated tires. They are also coming with an incredible warranty through our vendor. What we've got is the first part is the 1, 2, and 5-year warranty. So the first part, the 1-year warranty, is basically a hassle-free warranty. They're not going to give you any excuses. You pop a tire, you hit a curb, you end up going over a pothole, they're going to take care of it for you within the first year of purchase. Then you have a 2-year roadside assistance warranty, and then on top of it, you have your standard 5-year tire tread depth warranty. So based off of the usage, based off of the depth, they're going to adjust it as far as what they will credit you back if you end up having to change these within 5 years. So just a ton of value going into these Goodyear tires. On top of it, one of the biggest benefits is there's a lot of the campers that will go out and just naturally, because maybe they've heard some bad things about other brands, it's not a brand they're familiar with, it's something that's been getting a lot of attention, and this is going to prevent them from having to go and upgrade the tires after making a large purchase and decision on this camper. Now, we're going to talk about something else that's really exciting, which is the torsion axles, or Torflex axles. So I'm going to bring Mike over. By the way, I am Mike, in case you weren't aware. This is Mike. Mike, come on in. Here you go.
Torsion axles. Torsion axles, what's that? Independent suspension. That's what it's going to feel like. Think about when you're driving down the road and you hit a bump. Typically on leaf spring axles, that whole axle system is going to go like this. So that whole coach is going to rattle and vibrate. Not with these new Dexter torsion axles. What's going to happen? They work independently. So there's a rocker arm. So here's the tire. If you hit a bump, the wheel's going to go like this, but the other side's not going to be able to move. That bar that goes between them is really not connected. So basically what happens is that they work independently. So it gives you a much softer ride. It's going to be a self-dampening system, so you're not going to have the rattle of everything going on inside the coach, and there's going to be less transfer of that road shock to all the axles. The maintenance is nothing. Super easy to install. There's less wear components. It's just an awesome system that horse trailers and really big trailers have been used for a long time on that sort of thing. So the combination of both the Goodyear tires and the torsion axle systems is all about the running gear. So the beauty of all of this, we talked about warranty. The torsion axle system also has a 10-year warranty on top of that. So from a running gear standpoint, easy to tow, Bull Ultralight is the best thing to be able to do. So now, Mike, come on in. What we're going to do now, Mike and Mike in the morning, we're going to head inside and let's talk about what's going on the inside.
Yeah, Mike,
come on in.
Inside. We're going to go inside. I'm going to go in. You go in?
Yeah, I'll go in later. You go first.
No, after you. I insist. Why don't you? No? Okay.
That way we just...
Pay no attention to the dumpster right behind me. I'm coming on in here to tell you guys about some incredible features we have inside the Keystone Bullet. The first thing I want to talk about is it's already in its position, but this is going to be the new Do More dinette. So what's great about this dinette is, as you can see, it moves. You can take it over in front of the theater seat and you can use it as an ottoman or a coffee table. You can take it outside and use it outside. The other thing that's amazing about this is it's just very simple to operate. All you have to do to be able to lift it up is there's a little lever that's over there. You just go and take it, push it forward just a touch, and it'll slide right into place. If you want to drop it back down, find your little lever. All you have to do is just press that little button over there on the side, push it forward, and it rolls right back down. So this thing is extremely simple to use. I'm going to go ahead and put it right back up into place so you can see what this looks like when people are going to be eating. So, number one is going to be our Do More dinette system. Now, I'm going to move over to Mike, and I'm going to let Mike tell you about the next thing. By the way, in case you're wondering my name's Mike.
Mike, thanks. I'm Mike. Thanks for coming in. We're going to talk a little bit more about some interior things. A real cool update for the 2024s are smart TVs. Now, I'm not very smart, but the beauty is when I'm in my coach, I can be smart by watching my smart TV. Now, what a smart TV means? What that means is that now you'll be able to use things like Netflix and YouTube and Prime Video and Disney Plus and all the things that you have at your home, you're going to be able to do right here at a smart TV. You're not going to need a Roku. All you're going to be able to do is be able to hook up to any sort of a Wi-Fi system in the coach, which we have the ability from our friends at Winegard to be able to do that for you. So now you've got this smart TV, which by the way is now 12 volt as well, eliminating the need for an inverter to use an inverted plug on your TV. 12 volt means it's going to be running off your batteries, which also means that our great Solar Flex is going to provide juice into that battery to create your smart TV. And it also has a sound bar here at the bottom, and the radio is built in. This is a real entertainment center that really can entertain the entire coach, both inside and outside. So that's a cool thing that we got for 2024s. There's so much more. My friend Mike is going to tell you about the next one.
All right, so number 3 is going to be our all-new Furrion suite of appliances. So this one's going to take a little bit longer, just like the convenience center did. It's just there's a lot of value in here to be able to talk about. The first thing I want to talk about is going to be the air conditioner. This air conditioner up here does have a unique feature. Moving to a Furrion AC gives us 2 motors, so they're independent motors basically inside of there, while most of the other ones are operating off of a single motor. That single motor it'll control the air that's flowing on the inside, the cool air coming in, but it also will control the exhaust. This one separates those motors, which enables you to be able to keep it cooler on the inside here, by continuing the exhaust even once you've already reached the proper temperature inside. So it just does a phenomenal job there. Now, the second thing that we have here, and I think it's really, really exciting, is gonna be our new, not just microwave, not just convection microwave, but on top of it, air fryer convection microwave. You have all kinds of functionality here. It's gonna save a ton of counter space for you and your customers. You don't have to worry about bringing all that additional gear along with you. So it's just something that's really, really convenient for them. Something that else that we've got on top of it is going to be the Furrion. And by the way, we went to everything being a nice, sleek black. I want you to notice that just because it looks so much better. But I really noticed it when we came over here because it makes these lights really illuminate and look great. But on top of it, one of the things that they did this year, this is going to be a little bit weird noise, but I'm going to pull it off. Bear with me. So what it does is they added a bottom rack here and they dropped down the heat plate that's right there to be able to make it so you can actually fit a little bit of a larger item inside of here if you're going to do some baking. So you actually do have the ability to bake a small cake or, you know, make a casserole and be able to truly fit it in there rather than just like one of those small Tony's pizzas, you know. So we did a really, really good job with that type of an upgrade. And those 4 items that are in there is basically what you're getting with that Furrion suite. Now, my name's Mike, but I don't want you to get confused about this. I'm going to turn this over to Mike, my friend here, and he's going to give you number 4.
Hi, my name is Mike. Unlike my other friend Mike, I shaved this morning. But we're talking about storage here. Storage is in the eye of the beholder. So what I do, I make sure that I'm telling you about unique things that other travel trailers don't do. And that's the whole thing at Bullet. What are we doing different than everybody else? Storage is something everybody talks about, but we're doing something very unique. We have what we call convertible cabinetry. Think about what that means. You can convert things to any way you want them to be, or adjust them in any way you want them based on whatever you're using. So take a look in here. Convertible cabinetry means we have adjustable shelves, and we've got 1, 2, 3 of them here. So regardless of how tall your cereal box is, regardless of how tall your ketchup bottle is, you're going to be able to make an adjustment here to whatever you want to be able to use. So you don't have any stagnant shelves. They're all convertible and all adjustable. And as you can see, they're all painted. They all look and fit the whole decor of the coach. Little things like that separate Bullet from other folks. Speaking of separating from Bullet, we're going to go back to my friend Mike, who does have a beard. I don't have a beard. But he's going to tell you about the last thing that we have, the 5th and final, most important new thing for 2024. Michael, back to you.
Thanks, Mike. I appreciate that. Now, I want to clarify something. As far as I know, I'm not separating from Bullet, but I think what he meant to say was going to the separate mic. I'm not sure. But, Mike, I appreciate you tossing that over to me. By the way, in case you're wondering, my name is Mike, and I want to tell you about the 5th feature that we have here that separates Bullet from a lot of our competitors. And this is our new clear vision glass. First thing is it's tinted. It is going to be tempered safety glass. Another thing that's really cool about this is the way that they open. Just very simple. It's got a little bit of a better mechanism there. But what I love about them is each one of these windows, the screen that's inside of here, it actually just slides wide open, making every one of these things a pass-through. You can just reach out and you can, let's say that you have somebody out there cooking at the campfire. You can just reach through and you can hand them the hot dogs or the hamburgers or whatever it is that they're going to be camping or cooking while you're camping. And this just functions significantly easier than the previous windows that we were using. The other ones, the screens had little clips that were in there on occasion. They'd rattle themselves out. These being in a track so far, we've not had a single one of them rattle out while they're driving down the road. So it's something that is an upgrade this year that we want to make sure that we're pointing out to the customers and showing that it's kind of a cool little unique thing. Now those are the top 5 out and 5 in features for the Bullet, and on top of it, the Crossfire as well. Now, we're going to do a speed round that just highlights the features that you gain going from a Crossfire into a Bullet. I'm Mike. Here we go with the speed round. You ready, Mike?
Let's do it.
Mike, check out these vaulted ceilings.
They're so high. Mike, check out these incredible storage bins.
Mike, check out these incredible roller shades.
They're so black. Mike, they even have fireplaces in the Bullets.
That is so hot. Mike, check out these sexy aluminum wheels.
Oh, that makes this thing really well-rounded. Mike! Check out this cap. It's incredible. You can beat on it. You can pound on it.
Easy, Mike, easy, easy. Take it easy.
This
Take it
thing
easy.
is awesome.
Take it
It's
easy.
really great.
Mike, thanks, brother.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate you being out here to do this with us. Guys, this is the Keystone Bullet. We're really excited about the changes that we made. And on top of it, we were able to go down significantly in price. We are about to crush the market out here. So everybody be excited about going out there and selling bullets. If somebody has a half-ton truck and you are not out there making sure that this is one of the first units that you're showing, or make it the last one. Probably will be both, to be honest with you.
You take a look at what we offer from Keystone and all the key exclusives that we have, all the things we just talked about, plus so many more that just come with a standard Keystone rig all the time. There's no reason why that Keystone and Bullet can't be your #1 travel trailer on the lot going into this year.
Absolutely. Good.